Product description. Register online for a full 1-year warranty. The future is now. Move like you've never before. The Swagway is the next step in the evolution of transportation. We take the fun of a skateboard, make it as easy to use as a motor scooter, and then give it an extra bit of swag. It's fun, it's practical, and as cool as the other side of the pillow. Here's how it works. You simply stand on your Swagway and it will magically balance for you. Our dual-action motors respond to your body movement. Shift your weight forward and accelerates forward. Shift to the left or right to turn, or shift back to reverse. Just hop on, relax, and let the Swagway do the work for you. You will be cruising along after just a few minutes of getting to know your Swagway. Fun. Epic fun awaits. Perform tricks and stunts with your Swagway just like with a skateboard. Hours of extreme fun. Revolutionary. Groundbreaking technology. Swagway is like the hoverboard you've dreamed of as a kid, but is available now. Don't wait for Doc Brown to show up. Get going today. Practical. Perfect for urban commutes. The eco-friendly Swagway is a great alternative to taking the bus. It moves up to 12 miles per hour, and one charge will last for over 10 miles. Bye. Join the swag revolution. Order your next generation Swagway and get gliding. Customer reviews. I bought this self-balancing scooter recently and for the most part I like this new toy. It's a neat concept, basically a Segway without a handle that probably goes slower than a normal Segway, but is a lot more fun to ride. Hope you find the video and the following review helpful in deciding whether this is the right toy for you. Contents: scooter, 100-240 VAC charger with US plugs, user manual in English, basic manual, not really required. If you plan to use this overseas, all you need is a power adapter US plug to your local plug, no voltage adapter required since it already has a 100-240 V charger. Body and design: the scooter itself weighs approximately 29 pounds, and can be carried around in one hand with reasonable ease. Children say below 12 to 14 may find it difficult to carry this with one hand. It has a nice solid build which feels stable and of good quality. The tires are all solid rubber, no worries about getting a flat. The scooter has two pressure-sensitive motors, one under each foot pad, that are connected with a single axle running horizontally across the frame. Putting pressure on the foot pads engages the motors and this is what makes you go forward. The motors are intelligent in that if you apply pressure on only one foot, it starts to rattle, telling you that it can't move forward in that manner. Pressure needs to be balanced on both motors in order to move. Both motors have a purple color light in the front which gives it a cool look. The lights fire up when you stand on the pads. If you are turning, the turning side light starts to blink and automatically turns back to solid once the turn is complete. More on the smart motor later. Note, the body on the side scratches pretty easy. It doesn't look bad, but I personally recommend getting a dark color. White or any light color will look dirty after your very first use. Setting up for use: the device comes pre-charged at least partially. It is recommended to charge it fully before first use. It takes approximately a full hour to charge the device from 0 to 100%. Power on the unit with the press of a button at the back, and you're good to go. Using the scooter, I very highly recommend trying to get comfortable on the scooter indoors first. Don't worry, it doesn't scratch hardwood floors, and works fine on carpet too, preferably in a corridor where your hands can reach the wall on both sides, or at least one side for balance. If not a corridor, there should at least be something like a countertop that you can grab onto in order to stop. I say this only because there is a small chance of falling on your first few tries, particularly when getting off the scooter. Getting on is easy. Find a place clear of any obstacles on the floor. Power on the device. Place one foot on the scooter while holding onto a wall/table/object for balance. Don't press this foot too hard cause the pressure-sensitive motor will start to rattle. Try to keep the foot light. Place the second foot on the second pad and you'll see that balance is not too difficult to maintain. Once you're comfortable, free your arm of any support you may be holding onto. The motor kicks in just with your weight and starts to move forward. You might find it too slow at first, but you'll get used to moving it fairly quickly. 1 Speed. If you wish to pick up speed, simply press your toes forward. In other words, you are applying light pressure on the front part of the foot pad. In the same manner, if you wish to slow down, simply press your heels down. Don't worry if this seems difficult on the first try, it becomes intuitive very quickly. 2 Turning. It's quite amazing how easy turning is. You won't have to do a thing to turn. All you have to do is think of the turn. You will automatically turn. This needs to be tried, hard to explain, but it works extremely well and there's never a missed turn. After you get used to it, you can pretty much spin on this scooter standing in one place without really moving forward. 3 Stopping. Pressing heels down helps you slow down and stop. Again, this becomes easy after the first few rides. However, when you're first starting out using the scooter, this is the trickiest part, at least that's what I experienced. Natural tendency is to hold your body back when you're trying to stop. However, the scooter keeps moving forward, and here is where you can be disconnected from the scooter and fall flat on your back. Yep, I did. It is easy to fall if you don't have anything to grab onto. Once you get used to it, stopping comes easy without any support. Speed, bumps, and hills. The scooter can go to a max speed of up to around 13 to 14 miles per hour, which is pretty fast for a battery-operated device. Average running speed for people is 5 to 6 miles per hour, so this is much faster. The scooter handles normal bumps and minor potholes very well. It is unable to go over curbs, but other than that it's great for riding on streets. The scooter also handles uphills and downhills very well. You don't need to worry about the scooter picking up too much speed on downhills if you're a speed junkie. This may be a bummer, but it's a safe feature in my opinion. The motor controls the speed and won't go faster than the max speed. It does, however, slow down on uphills. Battery life. The battery installed is a 110Wh lithium battery. I wanted to see how long a full charge would last, so I rode this with my kids without recharging it. Over the course of 2 weeks, we rode this for just under 5 hours before the battery completely ran out. Not bad at all given that it gives you a full charge in 1 hour. Smart motor. The motor is terrific on this scooter, a very intelligent design in my humble opinion. As I've already mentioned, when going downhill, the motor doesn't let the scooter pick up too much speed, it keeps it in check. If you hit maximum speed whether going downhill or just on a flat surface, the motor rattles telling you that it's reaching max speed. The motor is also designed to make turning easier. If you apply too much pressure on one foot in an attempt to turn, it will rattle telling you that the balance is off. Riding on different surfaces, the scooter rides great on asphalt and hardwood floors. I rode this on a carpeted surface too and it worked fine, but I wouldn't recommend it cause it could damage the carpet over time. It works okay on grass. If the grass blades are short, it will run very smoothly. If not, then it can be sketchy. I personally am worried about the tires catching some grass blades which could harm the device, but it didn't happen the few times I rode this on grass. It doesn't work at all on gravel, or roughly paved surfaces, plus your risk of falling on these type of surfaces can be pretty high. Tips for use. The main thing to remember when riding this scooter is to stay relaxed. Staying relaxed helps you keep a balanced posture. Initially, you could very well be inclined to force the scooter to do something, like make a turn, or pick up speed, but forcing an action will only harm your balance and this can be frustrating. Try not to lean back, a very natural tendency when you first try it, but should be avoided. Stay relaxed. Bottom line, once you get over the initial learning curve which is pretty short, this scooter is a lot of fun. We have ridden this in our neighborhood, on the local streets, and in parks, and my sons have had a blast using it. Yes, it is an expensive toy, but it was totally worth it in my opinion. Which one to buy? Okay, so I did a fair amount of research on this type of scooter before buying it. It seems there are several brands in the market for this type of scooter. They are all effectively exactly the same product coming from exactly the same factory, just sold under different brand names. The price tags on these vary from $200 to $1,900, insane. Depending entirely on the price a particular brand wants to charge for this product. Only the packaging and manuals are different, and some companies may include some extras like knee pads, but the scooter itself is exactly the same. So if you are unsure of which one to buy, I would say that you can go for the one that is priced lowest and can be delivered to you the quickest. Many companies send this directly from China, which can take several weeks to arrive. So look for a domestic company to order from. Of course their price may be slightly higher, but worth it. I was very confused between the various brands when I first set out researching these scooters, and I spent a fair amount of time doing my research. I hope this information saves you time and helps you decide if this is the right product for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on the review, and I will try to answer it within a reasonable time frame.